Hello everyone, it's Shanna. Now tonight we're playing along with Crafty Roulette, and I have got these dies from my Crafty Advent Calendar from Spellbinders, and I've got a Spellbinders embossing folder here, and I'm going to emboss this panel, and it is a 3D embossing folder, and I'm just going to use this panel as the base for my card. And I knew this week's parameters were very easy. I knew that I could easily come up with something for it, and I'm going to use the ice cream colors, and I'm actually going to use some ice cream. So this is going to be an A2 card with ice cream colors, and it's definitely going to be very tasty, and I'm going to have a banner on it. So I've just got my spun sugar and my Kitsch Flamingo, and I'm just kind of doing an ombre blend on this cream colored panel. I very rarely use cream colored paper, so this is kind of different for me. I kind of got this inspiration from Tina Smith. She had done some blending on a panel like this, and so I thought I would give it a try. I'm just going to bring in some more of the Kitsch Flamingo because I just feel like it needs a little bit more of the darker pink toward the bottom. So I'm just going to blend it up a little bit more and try to create more of a blend there. And now I've got all of these pieces of paper here, and most of them are scraps that have been laying around my craft room, and I'm going to just start laying my dies out that I'm going to use. Now, I've looked at that pink and I thought it wasn't the right color for the ink that was on the panel, so I grabbed another pink. Now, this is one of the nested dies that came in the Crafty Advent Calendar, and I'm going to use it to create a space for our focal point. In addition to that, I'm going to take the ice cream cone waffle cone, and I'm going to do the waffle part on the Dune cardstock, and then the cone part on the same cream cardstock, and then I'm going to use the dark brown to be my fudge on top of my ice cream. And I'm going to also bring in some strawberries that were part of the Crafty Advent. All of these dies I'm using from that, and I'm bringing in the cherry on top, and I'm bringing in some leaves from the strawberries, and I'm also going to bring in some white paper for the flowers on the strawberries. I'm just going to die cut all this out, and here I have it. And I've got all of my pieces laying there, and I'm just trying to get organized. I'm going to just go ahead and do my card base. And this is 3D embossed, so I'm getting a lot of glue on there so that whatever will catch and stick on my paper. And I laid this on there and realized my card base was not straight, so I trimmed it up on my guillotine. And now I'm just going to blend the edges of that cream-colored die cut piece there with whatever's left on my pink blending brush. And we're just going to layer these two, I guess, arched die cut pieces. Try to center it on my card base. And then we'll layer this cream-colored one up on top of it. And this is just going to create the landing spot for our ice cream cones and our strawberries. And I thought cream and strawberries were very much ice cream colors, so I feel like that easily meets that parameter. And now I'm just going to begin assembling the waffle portion of my cone together. And I'm just lightly laying some glue down and trying to clean up any big blobs that got on there, and then just get this lined up. Now, I wish I had used the Dune for the actual cone and then maybe used a darker one for the waffles, but I think it'll work out all right. And I'm doing two because I thought I'd like to have two ice cream cones. Just going to get it laid down on there. Now tonight, we actually were playing some games next door while the show was on. I did have it running in the background, but wasn't, paying close attention to it. I did finish up before the show was over, so I was able to see their cards and actually see the winners. So I'm just laying, this one's going to be strawberry ice cream, and I'm trying to decide if I want chocolate on it or if I want this more red. I thought maybe I want 2 scoops instead of 1, and I'm playing around with that, and that's cute, but I ultimately don't go with it. So I wind up putting the more red, like a darker topping on the pink and using it. It's the same color as the cherries that I make. And I'm going to do a vanilla cone here, vanilla ice cream cone, and then I'll put the chocolate on top of it. And then I think I put the cherry on top of this particular cone here. And I think these are super cute. I immediately thought of this Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar items when the parameters were mentioned for the card. So I'm just putting my little stem and my cherry here, and I'm going to get it glued down, and then I'll just add it to the top of my vanilla chocolate fudge cone. And that's super cute. Now I've got my cones assembled, and I'm going to start working on my strawberries. So I die cut them out in this pink cardstock. It's kind of a pale pink. And I've decided I'm going to bring in my blending brush, and I think I've got candied apple there, and I'm just going to kind of blend up part of the strawberries just to give them a little bit of a red hue. And I like how that turns out. And then we'll just grab the stems to the strawberries, and we'll get them attached. And then we'll kind of start laying things on our card and seeing how we want to arrange them. So with this, I've got the stems for the strawberries. I've got those little white flowers that grow along with your strawberries, and I've got some leaves. And so I'm just going to arrange these on my card base and then get them glued down, and then I'll start filling it in with leaves and flowers. So I'm going to layer them. I'm going to lay the biggest one on the bottom and then lay the smaller one on top of it and just kind of layer them up there. And then I'll start bringing in my leaves and just tucking them in and putting them where I want to put them. And then I decided I'll go ahead and assemble my center pieces for my white flowers. And so I'm just bringing in my orange blending brush and just using whatever ink is on there to add a little color to these centers. And I decided it'd be easier if I used my pick tool to hold them, and then I could just ink them up and hold them better and not get my fingers all inky. So that's what I'm doing here. And now I'll just I'll put just a little drop of glue on each one of these white flowers and then add the centers to them. And then we'll begin putting them on our card. I thought these were really cute. Now I'm just going to add some glue and start tucking my leaves and my flowers in and just build this up. And I didn't necessarily have to put the strawberries on there. I could have just put the ice cream cones, but they were actually on the same magnetic sheet that the ice cream cones were on, and I thought, I might as well use them. They were there together, and I thought I'd just go ahead and add them, and it'd give me a little bit more interest to the center of my card, so I thought I would just add them. So I'm just tucking my leaves in and pressing everything down and arranging it how I want it. And I'm just going to add another leaf to the other side of that and then bring in another flower, and then I'm going to put another flower, I think, on the other side of it. I'm going to go ahead and arrange my cones now just so I have an idea of what I'm doing here. And I think that looks cute together. It's a fun card. This would be a good birthday card. tucking everything in and getting it all arranged. And this is where I put tuck another little flower in there. And I think it's coming together. Now, after I get finished and I stop videoing, I actually add some polka dots to the cream part of that panel just to kind of fill it in a little bit, and I think it kind of adds something to it. But I decided I needed a sentiment, and I thought, well, I have sweet, so I thought I would just die cut this out in the same pink and add it. And I couldn't decide whether the top or the bottom, so I keep playing around with it. But eventually I just decide I'm going to put it on the bottom. And I remember that after I get this laid down, then I remember, oh, I'm supposed to have a banner as one of my elements. So I'll realize that after I get this glued down. Now, I did lay this on there, and I didn't go far enough over to the left. I moved it a couple times, but I still didn't get far enough over to the left. So I'll wind up actually trimming part of that tee off that's hanging over, and it'll be fine. You won't even notice that that's what happened. Now I've realized, oh, I'm supposed to have a banner. So I die cut one out, and then I decided I'd die cut another one out so that I could have a multicolored banner. And that's what I'm doing. I've got it in pink, and then I've got the cream paper as well. I'm just going to cut 2 of the cream flags off of that banner, and then I'll just layer them up on top of the pink ones, and then I'll have pink and cream, pink and cream, pink. And that will just kind of tie in my 2 colors that I've got going on there. And I'm trying to get it turned around the right way so I can get it laid down on there correctly so that the good side will be facing up. And then I'll chase the other one around and get it laid down as well. And then I'm just going to lay it on the top of my card, and that will take care of my banner. I thought about kind of swagging it on the side, but then I decided to just hang it off the top. And so I'll just glue this down, and then that'll finish up my card. And I will have met all of my parameters. Now, like I said, I did put some polka dots in the background of that cream panel that my ice cream's laying on, and I think it turned out cute. So I'm just getting this laid down and pressing it down, and I think that pretty much finishes up our card. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.